Good day everyone, I am Deck Cadet Alcover Chris Arnell from Group 7 and I'm here to tackle about moorings for cargo ship. So, mooring and anchoring operations are one of the critical and hazardous tasks routinely carried out on ships. Mooring arrangement, the requirement of mooring equipment, and local weather conditions differ from port to port. Careful planning before any mooring operations is therefore essential. In the past, many fatal injuries and even death of crew being reported due to unsafe mooring practices on board. So, the deployment and monitoring of moorings. The master should ensure that mooring operations, including interaction with tugs, are carried out carefully and the following items are appropriately addressed. Number 1. Suitable planning and supervision. Second, proper communication. Third, competency of personnel. The fourth one is sufficient members in the mooring teams. And the last one is familiarity with any specific shore, requirements relating to shore moorings, passing traffic, and tidal or weather conditions.
So, good morning everyone. Good morning, sir. So, my topic is all about deployment and monitoring of moorings. So, first, before arrival, the berth crew should arrange all mooring lines in such a manner so that these are readily available to deploy. So, this is the definition of common mooring line. So, number 1, bridge lines. So, bridge lines, mooring lines leading ashore as a perpendicular to the ship fore and aft line. Bridge lines restrain the ship in one direction of the berth. Due to collision with shore-gantry cranes, bridge lines are not usually used in container terminals. So number 2, headlines. Mooring lines leading ashore from the fore-end or forecastle of a ship, often an angle of about 45 degrees to the fore and aft line. So number 3, spring lines. Mooring lines leading in an early fore and aft direction, the purpose of which is to prevent longitudinal movement surge of the ship while in the berth. Spring lines restrain the vessels in two directions. Head spring prevent forward motion and back spring prevent up motion. And number 4, stern lines. Mooring lines leading ashore from the after at the end of pop of a ship, often an angle about 45 degrees to the fore and aft line. So same as headlines. So, safety of crew during mooring operations. The company risk assessment procedures should be utilized to ensure that during all anticipated mooring arrangements and equipment use, the safety of our crew is ensured as the ship moves near the berth, and all mooring equipment to be tested for appropriate working condition. So, tanker vessel engaging different mooring patterns should be particularly careful with the mooring arrangement and preparation on board with particular emphasis on. So number 1, use a remote control position for operating winches where applicable. Number 2, clear layout on deck prior operations. 3, the use of proper protective equipment for identification and monitoring of dangerous zones and mooring operations. 5, quick and close communication between stations.
Maintenance of mooring equipment. Brake testing. Mooring equipment on board should be maintained in good working condition so as to secure safety in mooring operations. Planned maintenance schedule include a requirement for annual brake testing of all mooring winches using test kit provided on board. This includes testing brake holding power, readering and adjustment to ensure readering of mooring winch brakes at optimum stress to reduce the risk of injury from an overstressed mooring. Replacement of wires, rope, and tails. For all mooring ropes, wires, tails, and shackles, a record of a certificate, replacement date, and specific winches to which they are fitted is to be maintained. The PMS procedure includes inspection intervals for all mooring equipment and also cover end-to-end and renewal procedures. Specific intensive vessels trading patterns may warrant a more frequent change of spares such as mooring ropes, tails. Such interval may be shorter than that prescribed in ICIMF guidelines. Standard for replacing mooring wires on some tankers designated as below. Head or stern lines, replacing 7.5 years and reversing end-to-end 3.75 years. Spring or burst lines, replacing 5 years and reversing 2.5 years. Maintenance of mooring equipment. Characteristic of mooring ropes below mentioned in use should be acknowledged by all staffs who are engaged in the mooring operation. First, material and type of thread. Second, safe working load. Third, stretching ratio. Fourth, anti-abrasion, watertightness against sea, water, etc. For all mooring ropes, a record of certificate, replacement date, and specific winches to which they are fitted is to be maintained. If mooring ropes are observed major damage or heavy corrosion, report to company for the replacements. That's all. Thank you.